You know, one of the worst parts is when you lose her. She gave me multiple chances. And what I mean by that is, she told me what was bothering her. I ignored it. She told me I disrespected her. I ignored it. She caught me in a lie. I lied and ignored it. I just kept on ignoring everything because I felt like she would never leave me. The moment she left is when I realized I ignored everything that was bothering her, and she was giving me multiple chances before she would leave. And the moment she left, I wish I never ignored anything that she asked me to do. She cared for me. She loved me. She asked me to change my ways multiple times. And I still continued to ignore her. And when I lost her, my life changed. It's not there no more. She was a good woman. And I know I messed up. I made the biggest mistake. Somebody has a diamond right now, and I ended up with nobody. I'm alone. So next time she gives you warnings, just know, my dude, she'll leave if you ignore her. She'll find somebody, probably somebody 10 times better than you, because he actually listens. I admit I fucked up. And now I have to suffer the consequences when I lost a good one.
So ladies, have you ever ended a relationship with a guy and for some reason you wonder, does he even ever think of me? Does he ever regret losing me? Or he's just out there living his best life? Well, we are going to get the answers in this video. So in this video, we are going to be seeing men who say they regret fumbling good women. I won't be talking too much in the beginning. Let's get right into it.
Every guy has that one girl that they fumbled, bro. They fumbled so hard and they still think about till this day. Like, the babe fit the criteria. For some reason, you're just too cocky. You just didn't care about her, bro. Didn't treat her good. And then when she left, that's when you actually felt it. And you don't realize what you got until she's gone. Like, when you had her, you were just, you just link her, not treat her nice. Then when she goes, you realize, like, damn, how good you had it, bro. You had it good. You'll just be laying in bed and like just hands behind your back, looking in the ceiling like, yo, I fumbled the biggest bag, bro. Like, this girl was perfect. I'm a dickhead. It's like, you can't even blame the girl. You gotta blame yourself, because she didn't do nothing wrong. You did everything wrong, bro. Like, that's the saddest part about it. You can't blame anyone else. You have to take it in and be like, yo, I fumbled that bag. I fumbled it. I know some of you man still till this day still think about that one babe, fam. I know you man sort of like you reminisce. You wish you could go back in time and stop and just stop. Actually treat the babe nice.
And you know, the funny thing is that if they were given a chance to actually get the women they fumbled back, they would still fumble them. They would still treat them bad. Like, that is just meant for you. You may think they have learned their lesson, and you decide to get back with them thinking that, okay, now I think he has realized his mistakes, he's going to do better, he's going to treat me better. That man will act right for the first 2 weeks. After that, it's back to BS. He's back to his old ways. Like, most of the times they never change. That is the sad truth. They never change.
Fellas, so I'm gonna tell you a quick story time about the one that got away in my life. So about 2 years ago, I had met this woman, got acquainted with this woman or whatever it may be. And she, at the time, one of the best women that I've ever met and that I've ever been with in my life. I'm talking about she, wonderful person. She was a smart lady in the healthcare field. She was very in school, very motivated, very beautiful, in shape. She cooked, she cleaned, she was smart. Her family loved her, the people around her loved her. She was just a very vibrant and a very wonderful individual, and I really admired the way that she carried herself. She was very traditional. She covered herself up. She wasn't like some of the new age women that we see today, and no disrespect to those ladies. At that time, I wasn't a bad man, but I didn't have everything together. My mental wasn't right. The way that I was carrying myself wasn't together. The way that I presented myself wasn't together. And I was one of those men that allowed red pill podcasts or certain content on the internet or certain things that we see on the internet talking about how men should be the women, how women should be the men and stuff like that. I was one of those guys that fell victim, and I'm holding myself accountable. But I was one of those guys that fell victim to that bullshit and thinking that that's how relationships and that's how people should be. And that was a big reason, my attitude and the way that I looked at life, that was a big reason why that relationship had came to an end. And I'm no longer in that. And I fumbled that. And You know, my ego was big, super arrogant, super whatever. I was just letting the wrong information get in my mind, and I end up losing a wonderful woman. If the man that I am today, if I was that man then, we would have been married, we would have had kids by now. But even though I lost that lady, even though I fumbled that woman, what I learned was, after I really went through a process of working on myself, evolving, getting my mind right, becoming better, seeing what it truly means to be a man, seeing what it truly means to be a man to a woman, and seeing how a man should carry himself, how a man should operate, how a man should be. Once I done the work and I focused on becoming the best version of myself, I started to notice that the more that I evolved, the more that I started meeting women that were equal to her, or that was just as great as she was, and still were wonderful people, gave me wonderful experiences and things of that nature. So fellas, a lot of times we as men, we gonna fumble a good woman, whether it's one, whether it's two, whether it's three. But what you need to know is, the more that you grow, the more that you become better, the more that you start to improve, the more that you evolve in all areas of your life, you are gonna come across women that are amazing and that are wonderful. And it's on you as a man to make sure that you don't f that up, because you can f it up if you're not right up here and if you're not doing the right things.
Men who realise they've let a good woman go and regret it, what made you realise that you regretted it? I'm here to share with you today a subreddit that I found of basically men that regret how they treated that one girl. This is definitely not for you to be like, oh my gosh, maybe he regrets it, maybe he'll come back. No, let him live in the regret, okay? But if you needed to feel a little bit better, and if you thought, oh, maybe he didn't care about me, like blah, blah, just listen to some of these messages. And if you like this type of content, make sure to drop me a follow and let me know in the comments what you think. I still miss her years later, even though I've had many relationships since then. Her laugh, the adoring look she'd give me, smart, funny and sexy as hell, but I miss her laugh the most. I thought she was holding me back because she was 7 years younger than me, and when I was approaching 30, I wasn't where I wanted to be in life. Instead of getting my shit together, I blamed her for it. Convinced myself we were better off going our separate ways, and when I realised how important and how special she was, it was too late. She found someone else. Sayings like, you don't know what you have until it's gone, really hits hard nowadays. I'm almost half a year out of losing the woman I know deep down I should have married if I realised what I did now. With that being said, time has made me realise and understand that I didn't deserve her. She was the most amazing woman I have ever met, loved me unconditionally, and I pissed it away thinking I could do better. I didn't treat her right and I deserve to lose her. She is with someone now, and although it sucks knowing that she's happier with him, I'm glad that she found someone who treats her right, because God knows she deserves it. The hard truth about past love is that you never really get over it. It's a scar that in time will fade, but will always be there as a reminder of what once was.
Okay, I love the poetic stuff and all, but I genuinely hope that these men actually learned their lessons like they say, and they are treating the next woman better, because if you don't work on yourself, if you don't change the things that made the first woman get away, like, the cycle is going to continue. Even the one you get with next is still going to leave you. Work on yourself as a man before you jump into another relationship, so that the cycle of heartbreak does not continue.
A woman who you put your head on her shoulder and she comforts you will be the one.
And you know what sucks too? I had her and I lost her. I had her in that season of me just going with the flow. I knew where you was going, and like literally my eyes are getting red. And I said, I'm not going to cry on this man's show. I had her. She wanted it. I couldn't give it because I've never seen a vulnerable man before. I've never seen a man lead with vulnerability, lead with that level of like, I'm going to trust you with my weakness. I've always seen the great men in my life, my fathers, lead with strength.
Yeah.
But never lead with, I'm going to rest my head on your shoulder. Because I did that one day accidentally on her, and she lifted up her hand and rubbed my head. And when she rubbed my head, I immediately jumped up.
I don't know why most men feel like being vulnerable makes them weak. You know, they call it simping. Being vulnerable with a woman is simping. Like, no, it actually shows that you're strong. And that is what most women want. A man that can actually be vulnerable with us. I'm not saying that you should always be crying your eyes out to me, but at some point, like, you're a human being. You're allowed to be human, you know? If there is something that is weighing heavy on your heart, talk to me. Let's figure it out together. You know, I mean, I am your partner. For some reason, it it also makes you secure as a woman, because it makes you feel like, okay, this man trusts me enough to share his emotions with me. No woman wants a man that never opens up, a man that acts hard body all the time. Like, you're allowed to have emotions, you're allowed to be vulnerable, and above all, you're allowed to love on your woman without feeling like you're being a simp. Like, that is what most women want. Like, love on us. Don't be embarrassed to show us that you care. If you care, if you love the woman, like, show it.
Because my manhood was like, no, she's supposed to be on yours. And I was like, I've never done this. Let me get up. But then when I matured, when I evolved, I was like, I'm tired of always being strong. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of always having to act like I got it together and I have every single answer. And I broke down in therapy and realized I'm not that strong. Mm-hmm. I am strong, but I ain't that strong to where I could do it all by myself.
Somebody I looked up to told me one day, if he could rewind time back, he would have never cheated on the woman that he wanted to be with at that time. Now, this man get a lot of women's attention, a lot. And he said as a young man, he couldn't control himself. Every woman that was throwing it at him that was fine, he was taking it. And sometimes he would cheat on the girl that he was with, and not that he done, he'll literally start thinking to himself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? So he said he started feeling bad, and then he didn't want to talk to the girl. And then when he got home, he just felt like something was eating at him. He said over the time, he wasn't getting caught, so he started getting number and number and number to the feeling. Until one day, she called him up. And that one day cost him everything. The crazy part about it, he wasn't even married. He was so hurt that the decision that he made took him away from his family. He said, man, I messed up, man. I had a woman that was a good woman. She cooks, she cleans.
Notice how they all refer a good woman to one who cooks and cleans. Like, is that all you miss about her? Is that all you consider being good in a woman? Like, it's like they just miss her services, but they don't miss the woman herself, if that makes sense. Because why is it that of all the qualities you're mentioning she cooked, she cleaned? Like, okay.
She respected me. She did everything I wanted a woman to do as a young man. He said when he was in his early 20s cheating on that young lady, that was the dumbest thing or the dumbest mistake he ever made. And this the part that blew my mind, right? He said when she found out she was hurt, she didn't want to talk to him. He said they started talking again because they had a child together. But she quickly turned her feelings off. He said he would go to her saying that he was sorry and think that things could change, they can get back together. But every single time he said he's sorry, she says, I know, and I forgive you. I just hope you find the person that you're looking for.
Yeah, because when a woman is done, she's done. It may take her a long time, but once she's done, baby, that soft spot she had for you no longer exists.
He said every woman that he done dealt with from that point on, the way she carried herself, the way she stood on business, and she told him while they was dating, before they had a child, if you play with me once, you will never have a chance to play with me again. And that one time, he never got a chance to do it again. He said on the day of her wedding night, he cried because it hurt him so bad to see her walk down the aisle with a good guy. He said, so Lil Sean, if you ever get you a good woman and she good to you, you make sure you stay home and do everything in your power to keep that relationship going.
The grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, bro. Don't compare your woman to some shit that you only see on Instagram, you only see on Twitter. Because you only seeing this person for a split second in a picture or in a 30-second clip. You don't know if this person got credit problems. You don't know if this person got family problems. You don't know if this person then came off a kid. You don't know a lot of, bro. Stay with your woman that's with you right then and there, bro. You chose, just always remember, I chose this woman for a reason. And if she's not executing to the level that you expected her to execute, look at yourself first. Don't look at outside your marriage and looking at other women. Look at yourself and see what you could be doing better.
That's how a lot of men learn how to appreciate a woman, is watching her go be happy with somebody else. We didn't feel like she was going nowhere. We felt like, hey, I could do whatever I want to do. She gonna be here. She may get mad, she may argue, she may storm out, but she gonna come back. And we gonna pick up where we left off. And all that's fine and good until that one day that she say, you know what? It's over with. I'm gone. And you can't get an argument out of her. You can't get a emotional reaction out of her. It's just complete indifference. It's complete laser focus on me being out of here. And you all at the job on bended knee with flowers and all that when you had the chance to show that woman how much she meant to you.
They always be doing the most. They always be doing the most once the woman is actually done. Now that's when they want to bring the flowers. Now that's when they want to communicate like, boy, bye. Boy, bye. Where was all this energy when I was trying to make things work? Where was all this energy when I was crying to you to treat me better, to stop cheating? Like, why do you suddenly want to do these things now? You would have done it back then when I cared.
You had the chance to prioritize that woman. You had the chance to take her on that one date that she been asking you to take her on for 4 months. You had the chance. You chose not to do it. And now you on the voice notes crying. Don't be on the voice note crying now. You had the chance.
I've been in a situation, I've had a great woman. I effed it up. You in a situation, you don't realize how good that situation is. But now when you remove from that situation, you're like, damn, man, I really messed this up.
So it's been officially 20 months now since I lost who I thought was the love of.
Okay, but why is this a Benson? Like, why is he? Anyway, let's continue. This is funny though.
My life. Ironically, there was a future that I envisioned where I would be.
You know, going through that breakup, I've done crazy things, man. I drove around wishing she would call me so I can roll up to her house. I pass by sometimes wishing that I can get her back, but I can't. I lost her. I start looking at her social media. I start looking at her Facebook, her posts. I don't want to lose her, but I already did. But yet I sit there in the dark and I cry alone, hoping she's going to call me back. Weeks pass, months. She's gone. She may have found somebody else, and now I'm overthinking at night. I'm crying, but there are no tears. I'm in pain, but I also feel numb as well. Love can make you or break you, but when it breaks you, it's hard to not spiral into the dark, out of control. I love her, man, but I know I can't get her back anymore. I lost her.
It's so easy to feel bad for a man when he's expressing his emotions, but then sometimes you wonder, are they being genuine? Because when it comes to men, like, you just never know. You just never know if they are being genuine. You never know if they have actually changed, like they say. Like, you just never know, because a man can cry, beg, do everything to show you that he's sorry and he wants you back. And once you go back, he's back to his BS. And you're like, are you the same person that was just here crying and begging for me to take you back? Like, you just never know with these men, guys. And I'm not saying this to dismiss of their feelings. I understand their feelings are valid and they are allowed to express how they feel. But I'm just saying, sometimes you never know who is genuine, who is not when it comes to men.
A girl that I loved very much let me go and found someone new. And that met a bunch of my other problems. And it created a real storm, you know. So I just wanted to relax and watch college football today, but I couldn't, you know. I couldn't sit there and look at that screen, because, bro, I wasn't watching college football. I was watching myself read the text message, I'm with someone new.
I've never seen a man fumble a good woman and have a good life. Like, I've just never seen it. And honestly, I want to be proven wrong, but every time God, let's say, blesses a man with a really good woman, an angel. That's not perfect, but she wants to try. She wants to be there for you. She's supporting you. She's thinking about your goals and dreams. She wants to build a life with you. And you fumble her, or you cheat on her, or you don't appreciate her. And then you lose her. Let's say you break up with her, she breaks up with you. I've just never seen men come back from that. Like when they get that blessing and they like lose it, God takes a while to bless them again, because a lot of times a lot of men don't understand that that favor that you're getting on your life is because you have a good woman next to you, either praying for you, pushing for you, you know, working with you, making sure that they're grinding with you, seeing where you're failing so they can come in and try to help you out. But when you lose that woman, or you push them to the point where they no longer even want to try anymore, the comeback is hard. Like, it's really hard for you to come back from that. And I haven't seen many men like fumble good women and come back from it fast. Like, I've seen it take years, months, where it's like their quality of life was one way with this woman, and they were living this life, they were living this great life where they're making the money they love, they're, you know, dressed for success, they look amazing, they feel amazing, they start feeling themselves, they start feeling like, you know, like they don't need that woman, they need to get a better woman, they need somebody that looks better, they need somebody that does more. And then they end up fumbling the gift that God gave them, and then they think, oh, you know, I just got to get back on my grind. No, you lost your favor, because your favor was with the person that you were.
No, that is so true. Like, I've actually seen couples on here on YouTube that, you know, we are doing so good as a couple on their channel, but once the man fumbled the woman burst up after they separated, and the man fell off. And even in real life, like, we see these things, a man will be doing so good, but once he fumbles his wife, once he fumbles his woman, for some reason he falls off. That is because women actually push men to do better. You know, women push men to work harder. If you get a good woman and you fumble her, you're not going to have the same motivation you used to have when you were still with her. And it's going to take you quite some time for you to actually get a woman as good as her. That's why they say behind every successful man, there is a woman
with that was praying for you, that was fighting for you, and then you mess with that person's heart, or you broke their heart, or you broke their trust, and now you need to go learn that lesson. So you have to go change, you have to go get better before God can bless you with another blessing like that. He has to see that you can handle it, because the first time he blessed you, you lost it. So I would really, really encourage people to really think about that. Like, you guys can say it in the comments, like, have you ever seen a man like lose a really good woman, like somebody that was really rooting for them, and they come back from it fast?
A lot of us men, we regret losing a good woman in our life, and we don't realize what we really do to them. She cooked, she cleaned, she was only entertaining you, and what were you doing? You were entertaining other women on Instagram, Facebook, you were DMing, you were messaging them because you weren't satisfied, because maybe your woman didn't have a big butt as theirs. Maybe you wanted somebody with bigger boobs. I just don't understand, because those women didn't have a heart like your wife or your girlfriend. So you go out and you seek the women you see on social media, and you think you have a chance. And as soon as you catch one, you start realizing they're not what you thought they were. They weren't cooking like your wife. They weren't cleaning. They were entertaining multiple people, not just yourself. And they were infatuated with the social media comments. And you fucked up. A lot of our minds are getting addicted to this social media, and we realize that we're living in a world where people are not satisfied because they're looking at social media and think they can always get better. But to be honest, you don't realize you had the best, and you messed up. You messed up.
It is. To my men, if a good woman leaves you, that means she's given her all, and she has no more to give. Chances are she's tried everything and gave all her energy. I'm gonna tell you something, when you lose a good woman, you've lost one of the best things you can lose in life. Because good women don't just walk away. Good women are the real fighters. They're the Rosa Parks, they're the Harriet Tubmans of relationships. And when these women decide to walk away from you, it's because they realize that they cannot change or fight for that's not worth being fought for anymore. I'm gonna tell you something one more time. If a good woman decides to leave you, that means she's done everything, absolutely everything in her powers to find reasons to stay. But the sad part is, you couldn't give her reasons to stay. So ultimately, she decided to walk away. And you lost one of the best things you could have had in your life. Don't let that go over your head.
When a man fumbles a good woman and he knows that he fumbles a good woman, trust me, this goes with him for the rest of his life. No matter if he's in a new relationship, if he's married, if you're the one that got away, he's thinking about you all the time. And if he knows that he fumbled you, this guy will try to hit you up every week, every month, every year, still trying to get you back. Women, you tend to stay longer than you should because you think that his behavior is going to change. Even if you decide to marry this guy, his behavior is never going to change until you actually walk the fuck away. And 9 times out of 10, you don't realize it, but walking away is actually a blessing. If he shows you who he is, you have to believe that man the first time he shows you. And there's no reward for staying and putting up with bullshit.
Have you guys ever messed up a relationship, or has a relationship ever fell apart where the woman or girl did believe in you? Or do you think that that's just do you think that that's a relationship that you weren't supposed to be in? Like, she did support you, she did, you know, all these things that we're talking about.
You fucked up relationship where a girl believed in you. I think that's one of the only times in life you should look back. Spin the block, see what's there, see if you can make it work. Because that, bro, and I'll say this from experience, one of the worst feelings in the world is when something happens to you and you bring that home to your girl, whereas the girl that believed in you would normally get excited, and you go, yo, baby, I did this thing. And she goes, oh, cool, goes to her phone. And you think about how the girl that believed in you, that you screwed over, would have been like, oh my God, I'm making a cake. Like, that's what we value. That's what I want more than anything in the world, bro.
Then value it when you still have it. Like, why do you have to first wait to lose her to realize that that's what you value? Like, value what you have when you still have it, because not everyone is replaceable, and you're not guaranteed that once you lose that person, you'll get them back. For some people, once they are done, they are done.
There's one thing that a man will never forget, and that is a woman that was good to him. A man will never forget a woman that was good to him. He may not give her the respect and attention and care that she deserves, but he will never forget a woman that was caring, loyal,
Why wouldn't you respect her when you know she's good to you? You see the psychology of men?
respectful, and just there for him in his time of need. A man will never forget these things.
You know what's the worst feeling is? The worst thing is you had this girl, you had this woman of your dreams, right? And she was everything, but you messed it up and you left, right? And she bossed up. And when a woman becomes a boss, you know why it's scary, bro? When you try to come back, she's gonna be like, bro, you are not even my type anymore. I don't even know why I was attracted to you anymore. Do you know how much that hurts?
Men always expect you to suffer after you leave them. They expect your life to go downhill. But once you boss up, oh my God, it's going to crush their ego. Sometimes they may choose to come back, not because they still love you, but because it hurts them to see that you're actually doing better without them.
But for her, it feels so good because she bossed herself up. She took care of her kids. She opened up a business. She's dressed nicely. She's looking good. She goes to the gym. She's taking care of herself. She's at an all-time high mental health. She's at a 10. And you come in her life. Do you know how much she was waiting for this? She looks at you. And you came back after you left her. And she said, you don't even have a chance with me because you are no longer the type of man I ever want in my life. It sucks, doesn't it? It sucks when you leave somebody that becomes a boss right after you leave. It's like you never mattered anymore. You weren't shit to her. That hurts, man. It really does. You women don't know. You want the answer? It hurts us. It hurts to see you not wanting us anymore.
One thing I really, really strongly believe in, the presence of a woman in a man's life is a blessing. And when he fumbles a really good woman and God takes her away from him, that's his most painful lesson. Like, the amount of times I've seen a man be blessed with a woman, with God bringing this beautiful angel woman into their lives to help them level up and become better, and he completely wastes the opportunity, drags her through the mud, and then finally, for whatever reason, the relationship ends. What almost every time happens afterwards is she comes out of it, she's in excruciating pain, but she moves on, she heals from it, and literally becomes even more of an angel and even more leveled up. Like, have you ever seen a woman go through a breakup and not level up? No, that doesn't exist. I'd argue breakups are like some of the best things that can happen to a woman, because she will be the most evolved version of herself when she comes out of it. But a man, God, I've seen breakups destroy a man. I've seen men losing the best woman absolutely destroy him, where his life does not get better. God no longer brings him blessings into his life because he didn't earn it. He fumbled the blessing God sent him, and God's not going to send another one. Not till you grow, not till you learn. And a lot of the times, they take a really long time to do that. And so you see so many men have their quality of life go down for a really long time. I've seen men be at rock bottom for years because they fumbled this angel that came into their lives. And I think that's a really great lesson for men and women. When you fumble a blessing that was sent to you, God's not going to send you another one for a while. Why would he? Imagine you were a parent, you got your child a brand new toy that was really expensive because you wanted to reward them, and they break it like the first day that they get it. You're not getting them another one. You're going to have them learn their lesson to appreciate and take care of the things that are given to them. And I see the same with men and women, and fumbling something really good for you.
Initial steps, it's all emotion. It's all ego talking. Like, man, what? Man, get your shit, man, get the hell about it. I don't care about none of this. I'm good. And then she leaves.
She really do it.
And then you get to be sitting down and you know, set in that reality of like, holy shit, my life looks drastically different without her in it. When you got you a solid one, bro, do what you got to do. Now, you may not have the information on how, but if you are willing to work with her and chop it up with her and y'all bump y'all heads together to figure it out, instead of doing what most dudes do, man, I'm just going to go my own separate way, get away from me, I'm going to go figure. No. Come to her, y'all cry, y'all argue, y'all yell, y'all do what y'all got to do to again, become one in terms of conflict resolution. And you'll realize that type of shit will bring y'all closer together because in her mind, you was willing to work with me to get it done. You didn't just shut down and just go.
My boy, you gonna miss her. You really gonna miss her. All she wanted was your time and to be loved. You dumb motherfucker.
Try to tell y'all, but y'all don't be listening. But you know what's funny? What he said was true. Once a dude realizes he lost a good woman, then he will try to stay in contact. And that right there, ladies, is where you realize that you were never the problem. And that right there goes to show you that men will get a top tier fine woman, fumble the bag by not treating her right, and then proceed to stalk her for the rest of her life. Like literally. It can be weeks, months, years, and that man will still be watching your every single move. He knows that he will never get that woman back. And this usually sucks because even if he gets in a new relationship, he will still be. Now, especially if you are really good to him, he will try to find that quality in any other woman that he can. And 9 times out of 10, he is still in love with that woman. Hence the why he's still checking up or stalking her. Y'all ain't hearing me though, but y'all stay safe.
When a man fumbles a good woman, he will carry that shit in his chest till the day he dies. And I got a masterclass in this when I was just 9 years old, and I witnessed my stepbrother fumble the woman of his dreams, the one that got away. And I think he was about 20 at the time, but this woman, my God, she was the kind of woman that fit the description of any R&B song from the early 2000s. She was all that. I will never forget at the Christmas gathering how many people pulled him aside and was like, you better marry that one. She's incredible. And what did he do? He shit the bed. I think he even cheated on her. And the thing is that I ended up catching up with him probably 5 or 6 years ago because my dad ended up divorcing his mother. And I asked him about it. I was like, what happened there? And I will never forget what he said to me. When you're young, you think that every woman is going to be like that. And he said, that is one regret that I will have for the rest of my life. I wish I could just take her to dinner and apologize for what an asshole I was. And the thing is that now he's married and he has kids, and I already know that he has put his wife through so much more than the one that got away. And so I want you to really get through your head that the reward for putting up with nonsense is more nonsense. After that breakup with that woman, his life went downhill. But that woman, the one that got away, she got her degree. She bought a house in her mid-20s. Last time I checked, she's traveling the world. So it's far better to be the one that got away than the one who stayed and who he changed for.
Realizing you lost her is probably the most heartbreaking day. Because after everything, after her begging you to act right, after her begging you to see her, After begging you to show her how much you loved her, after continuously being nonchalant, after continuously acting like you didn't care when you know you did, after her continuously fighting you to just be who she knew you were, she finally gave up. She finally couldn't do it anymore. She finally is growing distant. She's finally removing herself from the place that she continuously felt like she was unwanted. And now you can't fucking believe it. You can't wrap around your head why she's falling back, why she's losing feelings, when you know why, when you were there each and every time that you announced her love, when all she wanted to do was love you. You just couldn't do the same. You had to be cool. You had to continue to keep up that act that you didn't give a fuck, because through it all you knew that she loved you. Through it all you felt so entitled that she would never stop loving you until she finally did. And you can't wrap your head around that fact. But the truth is, buddy, no one is gonna wait around for you forever. It gets to a point when people move on, when people want better for themselves, when people want to feel the reciprocated energy that they're putting into something. You didn't reciprocate that energy, and she eventually gave up trying to get you to reciprocate it. You lost her, and it was your fault. You have nobody else to blame but yourself. If you love someone, and if you know losing them is probably the worst fate imaginable, show them that you love them before it's too late to show them anything at all.
I think it's so funny when a guy fumbles a really good girl and he just acts all nonchalant about it, like it doesn't faze him. And I'm just like heartbroken for you, bro. Like, you really fumbled a dime piece that I don't even know why I was dating you in the first place. And then you somehow managed to fuck it up and end up back on your own, which you're going to find out later real fast that that was the best you could ever get.
You think it's no big deal, but the day you realize you lost her because of your disloyalty, it will break you. The regret will be overwhelming, and you'd be left with nothing but memories of what could have been. And the pain of your actions will be a constant reminder of your mistakes.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, will scar a man more in his life than realizing he let a good woman go. For why he did it, insecurity, jealousy, not feeling good enough, it will literally haunt him for the rest of his life, watching that woman get the man that she deserves to be with, because he just simply could not step up to the plate.
No, men know right away when they have made a mistake. The thing is, they don't realize they lost a good woman until they get out here on a dating field and they start dealing with women that are selfish, unappreciative, argumentative, and want to wear the pants and don't want to submit. And that's when they come crawling.
If a man is chasing you down to get you back, he know you was a good woman to him. And he knows that woman over there ain't a good woman to him. He realized that the way he treated you, it don't feel right to get treated the same way by the other woman. But it's up to you to take him back, take all the lies back. You over there laying up with somebody else, want you to take him back. He got a stain on him. Leave him where he at. He done marked his territory over there. He left his territory over there. So when a man knows that everything that he was getting, it ain't no more getting, he ain't gonna have it, he gonna lose his mind. Completely lose it, man. His whole world gonna shut down because he can't play around no more. And she found out. That's all it is.
Imagine God sending you a woman whose only mission was just to love you as good as you ever imagined. But you played with her and you fumbled at, you know. And so now you just dealing with women that are corny, who don't know their worth, and they be begging you for materialistic shit. Some women are just so unforgettable, man, that you gotta learn how to appreciate the ones who just asked to be loved.
Let me tell you, the biggest tool you have at your disposal as a woman is your ability to walk away. A man that thinks that no matter what he does, you're not going to leave him. Men that know that you're not going anywhere will only continue to give you the bare minimum. He has to always fear that you will leave. And I'm not talking about bluffing. I'm not talking about you saying you're going to leave and then you stay. Because once you do that, he'll never take you serious. He'll take you for a fool because you can't even do what you say you're going to do. And trust me, I understand that it's easier said than done. It's very hard to walk away from a marriage that you've been in for 10 years, a relationship you've been in for 5 years. It is hard. But if that man feels like you're comfortable, you're not going anywhere, my dear, that man is never going to respect you. He will never give you what you need what you want or what you require. These are the type of men that wait until they see that you're seriously living for them to bring you the flowers you used to ask for years and years ago. You know, now they want to do all the right things. Like, why are you doing it now that I am actually fed up and I am walking away? To me, that is a blow in the face, because it shows that you are always capable of doing these things, but you never thought I was worth it, because you never thought that I would actually get to a point where I am tired of you and I am leaving. Men will wait until they feel like they are about to lose you to finally give you what you want. But it's like, I don't even want it now. I wanted it when I wanted it. Now I don't even want it anymore from you. Like, I don't want it from you. Ladies, the ability to walk away from a relationship that is no longer serving you is your superpower. And this shouldn't be just for bluffing. Once you tell a man that you're leaving, leave. Because the more you continue telling him that you're going to leave and then you stay, he cheats and you stay, let me tell you, he'll never take you serious. Even if he stays with you, he's going to see you as nothing but a joke. When you don't stand by your own standards, he won't either. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a man is leave him. Let him go, figure it out. And probably he will treat the next girl better. But not you. His time with you has ended. He had his chance and he blew it. You don't have to continue giving him chance after chance after chance. He'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think about this topic in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a video. Till next time, I remain Lisa. Peace and love. I love you all. Bye.